Arkady Ilyich Ostashev, September 30, 1925. Village Maly Vasilyev, Noginsky District, Moscow Oblast, USSR. July 12, 1998. Moscow, Russian Federation. Was an engineer, candidate of technical sciences, docent, laureate of the Lenin and State Prizes of the senior test pilot of missiles and space rocket complexes of OKB-1, the disciple and companion of Sergei Pavlovich Korolev. Biography. Born on September 30, 1925 in the village of Maly Vasilyev. Mother, Ostasheva Serafima Vasilyevna, 1888 birth. Father, Ostashev Ilyich Vasilyevich, 1881 birth. In the school years, Arkady, together with his elder brother Yevgeny, under the leadership of the magazine Knowledge is Power, built a telescope with a tenfold increase with the necessary bed and a mechanism of rotation in two planes, lenses for the eyepiece and the objective sent to the editorial board of the journal free of charge. It observed the moon, raved about the flights to the planets of the solar system. A.I. Ostashev in 1942 graduated from 9 classes of secondary school, 32 Elektroly, Noginsky District, Moscow region. After finishing school 2.5 months he studied at the preparatory courses at Maly Vasilyev and got a degree program of grade 10, the results of which had been enrolled in the Maly Vasilyev. In the 4th year of the institute, A.I. Ostashev managed to learn German documents on rocketry, obtained by a group of specialists sent by the country's leadership in Germany after the war. After a careful study made by the German specialists in missile development of A.I. Ostashev finally decided on the theme of diploma project. The composite rocket with a winged last stage, with stability of motion of the cruise stage. Diploma with this theme writ under the direction of S.P. Korolev in Kaliningrad. After graduation in 1948 was working in the OKB-1 SNI-MASH under the guidance of S.P. Korolev. On this enterprise, A.I. Ostashev worked for more than 50 years in positions from an engineer to the head of the complex. In 1952, he graduated from the Vic and BMSDU. In the same year he graduated from the University of Marxism-Leninism in Maishchi City Committee of the CPSU. In 1956, Arkady Ilyich joined the ranks of the CPSU. In 1975, A.I. Ostashev was the head of testing of the rocket space systems according to the Russian-American program ASDP. All the scientific and engineering activities A.I. Ostashev since 1948 connected with development and introduction of the system of tests of missiles and rocket space complexes, at the preliminary design of a famous 7R7, under the guidance of A.I. Ostashev was created Volume 14 fully dedicated to the testing of missiles. Arkady Ilyich, author and co-author of over 200 scientific papers, articles and inventions. In addition to engineering and scientific work he was leading and teaching, being since 1964 Associate Professor Maly Vasilyev lectured at the Department 308. A.I. Ostashev died on July 12, 1998 in Moscow. Personal bequest: Arkady Ilyich Ostashev. He was cremated for burial in the grave of the elder brother Ostashev Yevgeny Ilyich. In December 1998, after obtaining the relevant approvals and permits from the leadership of Kazakhstan, A.I. Ostashev was moved by his wife and son in Baikonur and buried in the grave of his elder brother Ostashev Yevgeny Ilyich, who died on October 24, 1960 at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in preparation for the launch of intercontinental ballistic missile R-16. Awards for the achieved results in professional activities. A.I. Ostashev awarded Medal for Valiant Labor in the Great Patriotic War of 1945-1945, Order of the Red Banner of Labor for achievements in the development of rocket technology in connection with the 10th anniversary of OKB-1 1956, Order of Lenin for the first satellite of the Earth 1957, the Lenin Prize for the discovery and study of the outer radiation belt of the Earth and study of the magnetic field of the Earth and the Moon 1960, Order of Lenin for the first cosmonaut of the Earth 1961, Order of the Red Banner of Labor for the preparation and implementation of the first joint flight of the Soyuz Apollo 1976, the State Prize for Work in the Field of Space Research 1979, Medal Veteran of Labor. Jubilee Medal in commemoration of the 100th anniversary since the birth of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Jubilee Medal for Valorous Work. Other medals. In 1959, AI was awarded the degree of Candidate of Technical Sciences. In 1996, for great personal contribution to the development of Russian cosmonautics. AI. Gratitude of the President of the Russian Federation. Name AI. Name a star in the constellation Libra. Memory. In the museum at the Site 2 of the Baikonur Cosmodrome organized an exposition dedicated to AI. Ostashev, in Elektroly, Noginsky District, Moscow region at the local history museum has a booth dedicated to the brothers, at house number 17 in the village of Maly Vasilyev, where they lived in childhood. Brothers, a memorial plaque. In Moscow Memorial Museum of Cosmonautics stored documents from the personal archives of AI. Ostashev, in the Museum of the Enterprise, where AI. Ostashev worked for more than 50 years, there is material dedicated to him. In 1993 in the Russian State Archive for Scientific Technical Documentation placed documents from the personal archives of AI. Ostashev. Publications. AI. Ostashev has publications in books, magazines and the papers on the following topics. Test Arkady, the history of the development of cosmonautics, history of development SKB-3, OKB-1, TSKBEM, NPO Energy, and RSC Energy. In the early 90s Arkady Ilyich was a frequent guest at the Memorial House Museum of Academician Korolev. He came to tell your memories on a tape recorder. For the memoirs of the director of the Memorial House Museum of Academician Korolev L.A. Arkady Ilyich leads the whole deposit of episodes from the life of S.P. Korolev, Moscow and Baikonur, but in the stories he never emphasizes its role, sometimes leading as if he was there and only. This ability to look from the side, being in the center of events, the willful detachment allows to him, like the custodian of the great mysteries of time, keep it to once, share the secret, tell you first hand. In 1997, the American writer J. Harford published the book Korolev, materials for which the author collected a few years. J. Harford met with AI, and interviews were used in the book, but with a minimum of mistakes. Having received from the author instance and translating it into Russian, AI. Ostashev wrote a letter of protest to the J. After the death of AI. Ostashev in 2001 and 2005 there were published 2 editions of his book, The Test of Rocket and Space Technology, Business of My Life, Events and Facts. In 2010 published the book, Sergei Pavlovich Korolev is the Genius of the 20th Century, Lifetime Personal Memoirs about Academician S.P. Korolev, materials for which AI. Ostashev collected from the moment of the Enterprise, headed by S.P. Korolev, and until 1998. a veteran of cosmonautics, resident of the city of Korolev, Moscow region, and colleague of Arkady Ilyich Gennady Nikolaevich Artemonov, wrote poems about Arkady Ilyich Ostashev's rocket fire, tried to get away, but could not, and she froze. In granite black memory we still have to go in the park of silence, the silence of the plates. October. The Baikonur are not forgotten. And now here, without unnecessary big words, come and lay down Arkady. He came to his brother to relax, maybe with him to pass the eternal path. Burning steps, a melt concrete. October. He will not forget the polygon.